Fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love rat holes.
Yeah. Yeah.
La pena vivir.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Underwater Fly Zone podcast. This is episode 1 of season 7 of the Underwater Fly Zone. This season is the Youth Wellness Podcast season, and we are live here at the Empower Youth Summit. Make some noise, y'all. How we doing? Show them the crowd, Mason. Show them the crowd. Look how many people we got in here. Let's go. Man, we are in Omaha, Nebraska right now. Actually, we're a little bit outside of Omaha, but we're going to go ahead and say we're in Omaha. We're in the Omaha metropolitan area today, and we are recording this live from the Empower Youth Summit. It's been a great day, and we are finishing off with the afternoon session here with my 3 amazing, awesome guests. I'm going to let y'all introduce yourselves, though, okay? Ladies first, take it away. Just introduce yourself. Tell them who you are, tell them what you do, and tell them why you're here. So, whoever's first.
I'll start off. My name's Kailey. I am a senior goalkeeper from the Payton women's soccer team. I'm here today. I just got recommended from, we have a psych professor and a mental health coach that we use as a team. We meet every week, and she thought that I might be a good representative of the Creighton athletes and student athletes and can give my 2 cents on how you can watch out for yourself and keep yourself happy and safe as being a college student athlete.
There we go. Let's give it up for Kailey. Thank you for being here, Kailey. All right, and to my immediate left, in the merch.
Hello, I'm Jocelyn. I am a singer-songwriter and a musician. I've played here on stage at this event, I think 4 years in a row. I think this is my 5th year being here, not singing this time, just hanging out with y'all, which is exciting.
Not yet.
But a lot of my music is around mental health and just empowering individuals and just trying to uplift my community, really.
Let's go.
That's why
Jocelyn, let's make some noise for Jocelyn, y'all. Come on. And then, my man to the right. Let's get it. Woo. Introduce yourself, bro. Sorry for knocking your mic.
No, you're good, bro. You're good. My name is Payton Hogan. I'm a mental health therapist. I also am an ex-college athlete. I played college football, and at one point in time in my life, I had felony drug charges, which led me down the path of like focusing in on my mental health. So I'm hoping that today, what we talk about, this conversation we have up here, it can really help any individual in here that might be struggling mentally. That's just what I'm passionate about.
Thank you for being here, Payton. Let's make some noise for him. Come on. So, before we begin the content of this podcast, I did ask Jocelyn, could we do some a cappella? Is that possible? Should we give you a beat?
All right, yeah, all right.
Bring it to us. Everybody join in.
All right. Let's see.
Let her get it.
Hold on, slow it down.
Slow down. Wait.
It's more
Time out.
It's more like. I wanna drive with the windows down. I wanna feel the breeze through my hair. I wanna go somewhere. I wanna be someone. I wanna fall in love just like everybody else. That's that. There you go.
All right, come on. All right, Payton, your turn. Join in.
Oh, no. We're not doing none of that.
Your turn, Payton.
No feature. I'm definitely not. Everyone will leave if I start singing.
Yeah, you don't want to sing.
Man, okay, I'm excited to be here, y'all. And we all have different perspectives. We all have a different story. Honestly, would we rather start this off by getting into our story, or would we rather start this off by getting into the advice that we have for the people in the room? What first come, first serve? Who wants to
I
get
say
into
it's story time.
Let's do it. All right, since you spoke first,
Oh,
you already
snap.
heard my story earlier today, and if you watch our pod, you probably heard from me enough. I'm gonna try to lay back on this episode and let these three cook. You know what I'm saying? So, Jocelyn, you wanna open this up?
I mean, all right. I mean, okay, let's see. Where do I start?
That's what I'm saying. That's the hardest part of telling
That
your
is
story.
very
Where do I
hard.
start?
All right, well, I'd say when I was in high school, around your guys' ages, I found an artist online named Ed Sheeran, and I got really excited about this redheaded, funny-looking guy. And I was like, this man makes amazing music. I want to do exactly what he's doing. So a friend recommended to me I go downtown on the corner and I sing and play guitar. And I did that very thing. The next thing I know, I'm at an open mic night, and my manager, who's here with me today, introduced himself to another mentor of mine, and he was like, I want to meet with her mom, I want to meet with her and you, and let's sit down and let's talk about how she could advance her music career. And so we set up a meeting. The very first thing he asked me in this meeting are, how are your grades in school? I was failing pretty much all of my classes at the time. And he said, well, I'm not gonna work with you until you get your grades up. And I was like, what do my grades have anything to do with music? And he was like, well, the same amount of work ethic that you put into getting straight A's is gonna be the same amount of work ethic that you put into getting a gold record. Or right now what I have is 2 million streams on Spotify, which is a gold record
Make some
in
noise
my
for
book.
that. Come on now.
Yeah,
That's
there
kind of
you go.
crazy.
So I got my grades up, but it didn't end there. I had a song go viral on the internet, and that led to more opportunities, which led to getting free drugs from people, which was not okay. And my manager caught on very quickly, and he knew something was going on, and he decided that he wanted to drop me and not work with me anymore. And I remember getting into an argument with him, blaming him for everything, and blaming him that my career is not gonna go anywhere because of him, and it was just crazy stuff. And then I waited a day after I blew up on him, and my friend helped me realize, a close friend of mine was like, no, your manager's right, you are wrong, and you need to get your life together. And the next day I called him and I said, all right, you're right, I was wrong, I'm ready to work. And then I landed on the TV show of Undercover Boss, and I met Darius Rucker, and then that led to meeting Steve Harvey on the Showtime at the Apollo. And then I just kept working even harder, and then I got signed to a major record label, BMG Records. They have Bruno Mars, AC/DC, David Bowie, the list goes on. But for artists out there, some of you might know that record labels aren't really it for independent artists like myself. So we ended up parting ways with the record label, and now I'm an independent artist, and I'm making YouTube content on YouTube videos, reaction videos currently. And I'm having a great time doing it. But yeah, still writing music. I have a Patreon, and we're about to release new music. My manager and I, we've only ever released 2 songs together. So we have a ton of songs that we're about to put out. But I'm just grateful for him. Jeff's here. Jeff, you in the building, bud? Where you at? I don't know where he's at.
Make some noise for Jeff.
Make some
I
noise
met him a
from
minute
Jeff,
ago. He's
right?
a cool dude. Let's go.
And I just want to point out, that all the staff and all the teachers in here tonight, like, they're here to be here with you because they believe in you, and they want to see you win, and they want to see you succeed. So I just want to give it up to the staff members here tonight. Just thank you for all the time and energy that you put into these kids and believing in them. It really means a lot to us.
Jocelyn, you mean a lot to us. That vulnerability really, you impacted me just now, sitting here. So I appreciate you sharing your story. And I kind of want to pivot to Payton here, because I feel like your story, from the sounds of it, could closely align. So I want to hear your story, bro.
Absolutely. So I'll try not to make my story too long, because I can get long-winded with it.
I feel that.
But in high school, I was your typical kid who grew up in a split household, didn't have a good relationship with his dad. By the age of 12, I started smoking weed. By the age of 13, I was selling it. But I was an athlete too, and I wasn't stupid. Like I was smart. I was a smart kid. But all of that kind of gets buried underneath this unknown trauma that I had, right? Trauma, what is trauma? Like going through these experiences as a young kid who's having these emotions, but then told like not to show your emotions. It created like this identity crisis within myself, and so I ran to the streets, started getting involved with just street life, street activities, selling drugs. But luckily, I kept with my athletics, and it landed me a college scholarship out at Wayne State playing football. So boom, I go to Wayne State. When I get out there, I'm like, I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna change my life. I joined Campus Crusade. I stopped smoking. I stopped selling. How long y'all think that lasted for? Take a guess, somebody. You said 6 weeks? 2 months? Come on, I got a prize for you. It's a hand clap. There we go.
Oh, for real?
2 months, it lasted 2 months. In my mind, I'm like, I'm out here. I came back home one weekend and I like started smoking with one of my friends, and I'm like, man, there's an opportunity for me out here in my college town where I can make a lot of money, right? I grew up with a single mom, and so part of the reason that I was selling drugs is not because I needed to, but I wanted to because my mom couldn't provide me all the wants that I had. There's a difference between needs and wants. We always had everything that we needed. We had lights on, we had food in the fridge, we had transportation. But I was a kid who, my mom would go bargain shopping. We're going to the Goodwill. We're buying Payless shoes. Who in here is familiar with Payless? If anybody. Right? BOGO, you know, that buy one, get one, that was what my mom was getting me. And I wasn't trying to get clowned in school. So I'm like, I'm gonna figure out how to make my own money. Fast forward, I'm like, there's an opportunity. And so now I'm in college, playing college football, and also living this double life where I'm feeling like I'm what's known as the jug man, right? I'm driving back and forth from my college town every 2 to 3 days, picking up, going back out there. And I thought everything was good, right? Like everybody's feeding my ego. I'm that guy. I'm the athlete. I'm the guy you come to when you need something, and I got money. Fast forward to about April, and we're about a week away from our spring game, and I'm battling for a starting position at center at the time. And if you know, who in here knows about football, right? The center position, they're pretty big, right? So at that time, I was probably like close to like 300 pounds, and I'm battling for this starting spot. And I remember this particular day, it was 2013, a blizzard that just came, so we couldn't necessarily practice on our field. And so instead of practice, our coach had us go outside in different segments and go break up the ice on the field with shovels for like hour increments. And something just didn't feel right in my stomach this day. And I remember talking to one of my friends. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Something doesn't feel right. We go back to the dorms, and I'm sitting in there, and I'm like, something doesn't feel right. A couple moments later, after me having this feeling, I hear, it's a knock on the door. It's my dorm's like AD, and that's the highest person in the dorm. He comes, he's like, hey, Payton, campus security wants to talk to you. And I'm like, do you know what it's about? He's like, no, you got to go down there and go talk to him. Probably the longest walk of my life. Campus security was not even like a quarter of a mile away from my dorms. But when I get in there, I'm like, hey, I'm Payton. You guys wanted to see me? He was like, yeah. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say and do will be used against you in the court of law. Put your hands behind your back. Class 1 felony drug charges. I was looking at 10 to 15 years in prison. My whole life was just like, gone in a moment. I remember just thinking like, what am I about to do now? Please don't call my mama. And if anybody knows anything about mamas, I'm like, you don't want to disappoint mom. And so they ended up calling my mom. They also called my dad too, which I hadn't talked to him in a couple of years at this time. But long story short, I lost my college scholarship. I was kicked out of college, and now I have these impending charges on my record. Fortunately, my attorney got me this opportunity of something called drug court, which is like this intense 2-year rehab where if you complete it, they seal your record, they drop your charges, and it's like nothing ever happened. And I had to go through this process, which was probably the best thing and one of the hardest things I ever went through. I had to move to this town where I knew nobody. And I'm a young black male at the time, 18, 19 years old. I had to move to a town where 15, 20,000 people, not a lot of people who looked like me, not a lot of people who related to me. and I was depressed. Probably some of like the darkest times in my life. It had been years since I cried, but I cried the most every single day while I was out there. I had a bed that I sat on every day and just cried. And I don't know how long I would cry for, but I know I did it every single day. But one of the things that they made me do during this process was work with a therapist. I had to work with a therapist probably for like a year and a half weekly. And it was like one of the best things. She helped me to unpack a lot of these traumas that I had experienced in my life. And as I was doing this, I was like, man, there are a lot of people who are from my city, who look like me, who have experiences like me, that never get this opportunity. And so as I made it through this thing, I was like, this is what I want to do. So fast forward, 6 months into it, I was able to get my college scholarship back. I was able to join my football team again. I graduated in 4 years as a double major, political science and criminal justice. I got a social work job once I was done with school. Did my thing, and now I got a master's degree, licensed therapist, and I really want to help people to be able to like really be in tune with their emotions, unpack their trauma, because there are endless possibilities when you do that. So yeah, that's my story.
Let's give a hand one more time for him. That's incredible. That's incredible. I'm honored to be sitting next to you, bro.
Appreciate that.
That's amazing. So Kailey, I feel like we've been neglecting you a little bit. You want to tell your story now?
Yeah, so I'm from New Hampshire, all the way in the East Coast, halfway across the country. I've always been an athletic person, played soccer, played lacrosse growing up as big, so I liked it. I knew it was fun, but I didn't really start taking anything seriously till my freshman year of high school. Decided I'm going to join a club team, kind of joined a little late, so I was like, I'll give it a try, whatever. Around my junior year was when COVID hit. I thought I wanted to play in college, and then that kind of made me think, well, maybe it's just not the time. I can't go on visits. So that kind of turned my thoughts were like, maybe this isn't going to happen. But my parents and I talked, and I ended up taking a gap year after high school, and I went to a boarding school in Georgia, just outside of Atlanta, and did that for a year. Ended up meeting the head coach at Creighton Women's Soccer at the time. His name was Ross, and almost on the spot, he said, I like what you're about. I think I want to sign you as a player. So signed going into my senior semester. So I was like, you know what, this is going to work out. Everything happens for a reason. I took this year in Georgia, moved away from home, but it was worth it. So came here to Omaha, 18 years old, fresh out of high school. I would say I was pretty humble and didn't expect much, but it was a world of a difference compared to being back home. I knew everyone. I knew my teammates. I knew my coaches. They all had my back. Coming here was completely different. Everyone was 4 years older than me. They were so much bigger, so much faster. So my freshman fall was pretty tough, just kind of learning the ropes. And I'm a freshman again. I'm in charge of laundry. I got to do the gear. Like you got to do the hard stuff and earn the respect of the people above you. So it didn't go maybe how I thought, but I didn't have too big of plans for my freshman year. Come my sophomore year, I was like, I've done a year here, put my time in. Maybe it'll be my time. Newsflash, it's not your time yet still. So didn't work out either. Had some tough conversations with my coaches. They never saw me making an impact on this team. So I was like, I'll play my sophomore fall, maybe get some film in case I want to transfer. My coach ended up getting fired. My whole training staff got dropped. And for me, that was a moment of, this is a time that you need to see if Creighton's really what you want and you're giving the opportunity to leave, or maybe this is your moment of God and the world showing you, like, I'm going to take that part out that wasn't going right, and I'm going to give you exactly what you need. So I ended up staying, and I thank God every day that I did. It was the best decision of my life. My coach now preaches mental health. As a team, we work on it. We come together and we talk every week, every Saturday morning. So not that everything went great now that he came. Like, it's still hard. Everyone goes through their ups and downs, but once he came in, I at least had the tools and the team behind me and teammates and coaches that really preached about going to talk to someone, checking in on your teammates, building a team culture. So we're on the up now, and I'm really excited to keep working on our mental health together and show everyone that it's not always, growth isn't linear, it's up and down, and every day is a new chance to even just get 1% better or help someone else get better.
That's it. Let's give a hand for Kailey. Let's go. Man, so thank you all three of you for sharing. I know I've already shared with y'all my story, but I have a slight other story I want to share just because, I don't know, it just came to me while y'all were talking. I was in 8th grade. When I was in 8th grade, it was a day, and all my homies, all my whole friend group, they all get called to the office, and they all get expelled for the rest of the year. It was like March, and they're just gone. And I was like, what in the world happened? And what happened was they were all bringing drugs to school. I never even knew it, like, at all. And I remember, we kind of distanced myself after that. But today, being 25, all my friends, they got expelled. They're no longer with us. And so that's heartbreaking for me to even say, but it's the truth. And the reason I wanted to share that is because you two, I'm so glad you're here. Like, you have something. The fact that you got through that and now you're on stage pouring into the youth, there's something to say about that. You have something special within both of you. So I'm very, very thankful. And then Kailey as well. Isn't it crazy how God's plan or the world's plan is so much greater than our own? I remember in 8th grade, same year in 8th grade, I had NBA dreams. You know what I'm saying? I was going to the league. You know what I'm saying? I got cut on the second day of tryouts, and that was it. That was it, bro. And but I'll just say this: God's plan is greater than mine. Look where we're at today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm grateful. I'm just grateful for that. So I was just listening to y'all's stories, and it kind of came to me. I thought I'd share that. Anyone in the room, if you've been through we've all been through tough things, right? Like, every single one of us has a story. I just want you to know the fact that you're here right now, that means you have something special within you. That means you've overcame some tough challenges. You've taken the W, you know what I'm saying? You've taken the W. You're here right now, and maybe you're still in the middle of it, but as long as you don't give up, you're going to get to wherever God has planned for you. So I'm proud of everyone in this room. So let's make some noise for yourself before we get to the next part. So we got 13 more minutes. I'm telling you, time flies on a podcast. Time just flies. It simply goes too fast. So with this being the Youth Wellness Podcast season, and with all three of you being such dogs, you know what I'm saying, such cool people, I just want to hear your best advice to the kids in the room or anybody watching. Hopefully this podcast gets some views on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? To anybody watching, what is your best advice you'd give to the youth? And it could be regarding mental health. It could be regarding anything. What's your best piece of advice regarding youth wellness for the people listening or the people in the room? And Kailey, I want you to start. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. It just came to me. Unless you don't want to start, someone else can start.
I got it.
I ain't going to make you start, but if you want to.
Sure.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay. I'm going to say two things. My first thing would be that it's okay to not be okay. And that took me a really long time to learn. I'm usually the talkative one on the speaker, like on aux, dancing, laughing. So I really thought if anyone saw me not do that, and I tried to hide it and push everything down, that like everyone would notice and that would make it 10 times worse. Mm-hmm. But it didn't. Like, it was way harder to try and act like everything was fine and that I was okay. It was a lot easier to just pull my friend aside and say, like, I'm not doing good right now. Like, I need some help. So that would be my first thing. And my second thing would be to advocate for yourself, and that you're your biggest advocate, especially if you go away and you go somewhere different for college, out of state, even a couple hours down the road. You're the one taking care of you, and it's all on you now. It kind of seems scary, and that might seem really intimidating, but you're going to have the best time, and it's going to be really awesome, but you got to have your back. Like, you got to stand up for you. You got to make sure everyone knows who you are, what you're there to do, and how you can impact them and what they can do to help you too. So advocate for yourself, and it's okay to not be okay would be my two pieces.
Yeah, for sure.
Heck yeah.
We talked about it earlier, actually. You said it better than me. It's okay to not be okay, but I remember when I was going through my stuff, it was like, I need to toughen up and toughen through it so everyone thinks like I'm this tough guy, you know what I'm saying? And I thought that was the strong thing to do, but if you actually want to be a tough guy, the toughest thing to do is to admit that I'm not okay and I need some help. And once you can make that difficult decision, that's when you can see a breakthrough.
Yeah.
So great advice. Thank you, Kailey.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Go for it, girl.
All right. Okay. The first two things that pop in my head, it's not just one thing, but the first thing is to bet on yourself.
Good one.
You are the only one living in your own body. You are capable of what you want to achieve in your mind. So bet on yourself. And the second thing leading into that is whatever you love, whatever you enjoy doing, practice that thing and keep on practicing it. And don't stop practicing it. Become a master at it.
Can I ask you
That's
something
that.
real quick?
Yeah.
You said you went out and started performing on the street?
Old Market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How in the world did you have the confidence to go do that? I think people really want to know. I want to know. I mean, that was before you had the 2 million Spotify listeners. What gave you the confidence and the ability to go do that?
Genuinely, I call it my hippie era.
Okay.
Where, where I just did not care. I just wanted to sing.
That's it.
I just wanted to hear myself sing
That's so awesome.
on a street corner, and I just wanted to sing like Ed Sheeran, oddly enough.
Jocelyn, that's powerful. That's powerful because you didn't let other people's opinions dictate the way you lived. You said, I want this, and I'm going for it. And I respect that a lot. I really respect that a lot. That's awesome. Let's give her a hand as well. Let's go. Take us home, baby.
All right, so I'm a follow in the tradition of giving two things, not just one.
Here we go.
First one, real quick, just show of hands, who in here believes in God? All right, there we go. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here, right? God brings us through storms. And we have to know this. Like, we go through storms, not just because storms are there, but at the end of a storm, what usually happens? Something is birthed, right? Rain hits the ground and flowers bloom afterwards. Right now, I think in the Midwest is the best example of that, right? Springtime. All of the rain, as I was driving here, I think I seen a storm coming in. But in a couple of weeks, we're going to see green grass. We're going to see flowers blossom. We're going to see the trees start to bloom. Just know that your storm is preparing your life for a season of bloom. And so don't get caught up in the mindset of my whole life is one big storm. Do not. That is like the ultimate lie that the enemy will tell you. Yes, storms are hard. Yes, they're difficult. Yes, they are challenging, but there is always something beautiful at the end of it. That is like the blessing of a testimony. Truthfully, that is the blessing of a testimony. That's number one. Number two, if you're in a storm right now, I would say make it really simple and start right here by cleaning your room. Most of us, right, when we're going through things, if we look at our rooms, how do they look? Are they usually organized, picked up, vacuumed, dusted, the clothes that were behind our dresser, put back up where they're supposed to go? Probably not. When I'm in session with clients and they're like, I don't know how to get out of this depression, I don't know how to do X, I don't know how to do Y, I'm like, well, what does your room look like? Let's start there. Start by cleaning your room, because when you start on that small level of taking control of this one thing, you then can start to clean the rooms in multiple areas of your life. So yeah, those are my
I
two
can
things.
attest to that. I love having a clean room and a clean space.
Absolutely.
It clears my mind.
Yeah, they talk about making your bed like the first thing you should do each day.
Come on.
I'm telling you, not just because you want a nice looking bed, because you get the first right action. Then you lead to the second, the third, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's fire. That's fire. Thank you, Payton. Appreciate you, bro. All right, you want to hear mine? I have one. I do not have dos. I only have uno. Just one. And this is I want us to think in a futuristic way of thinking, because as I go through my days, I always think about, will this decision be one that I regret when I'm in a nursing home one day reflecting back on my life? You know what I'm saying? So that's a big message I just want to share to y'all. One day we will all, I pray, be in a nursing home, reflecting back on our lives. Hopefully we make it to that age, 90, 100. Hopefully somebody in here lives to 100. That'd be awesome. And we just have that time to reflect back on our lives. And I just want to encourage y'all in that moment. I want to be able to reflect back and be like, I'm so glad I gave it my all. I'm so glad I didn't let the fears of what are they going to think of me hold me back from taking action. I'll tell you, so last week I spoke at a school. It was the first school I spoke at a year ago. And I remember a year ago standing on the side of that stage, terrified. It was the scariest thing of my life, looking out of all this crowd. And I just told myself something. I said, do it scared. Just do it scared. Like, just do it. You know, like Nike says, you know what I'm saying? Just do it. Just do it scared. I've had times where I don't have the time to do the podcast. I tell myself, do it without the time. Find 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. Don't let anything hold you back, because at the end of the day, I want to be in the nursing home one day looking back saying, I'm so glad I let nothing hold me back from chasing my calling. So chase your calling, y'all. And if you don't know what your calling is yet, that's what earlier we were talking about, the leisure, the bike rides, the walks. I found my calling sitting on a boat dock. After I was on a walk, I just sat at this boat dock, and I sat there and I thought, I have a message to share. I'm gonna start a podcast. I never knew that podcast would turn into us doing a live podcast at the coolest youth summit ever. You know what I'm saying? But it happened. Sometimes you gotta just plant the seed, let it grow.
Right.
So that's just what I would say. Don't be afraid to plant the seed. You never know. I never knew sitting in that garage. You saw the picture earlier, in me in the garage starting that podcast. I never knew that would lead to this. So plant the seed and take action on your calling, and just make sure that when you are in that nursing home one day, you don't want to have any regrets. So today's the day. There's no better day to have a great day than today. Like, today's the best day to have a great day. I tell myself that every single day. This has been a little bit greater of a day, I'll say, though. This has been pretty awesome. We only got 3 minutes for the challenges.
Let's try it.
3 more minutes. We're going to run through this. At the end of every episode, we give a challenge to the people. This is just a challenge. It could be anything. I don't know what we're about to say. Want me to go first? I'll go first.
Yeah.
I'll go first. My challenge is call somebody you love when you leave here. Like, just call somebody you love and tell them that you love them. Because I wish I would have told Kyle, my friend I told you all about earlier, I wish I would have told him I loved him. We spent so much time playing wiffle ball and hanging out and going on bike rides. We never had a conversation like, hey, love you, bro. I wish I would have, though. So I just want to encourage y'all, call somebody. Don't text them. Don't Snapchat selfie them. Call them, bro. Call them and say, I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's my challenge. Who's up next?
Got you. Challenge for everybody in here. Next time somebody asks you, how are you doing? Don't just say good. Give them an actual emotion. That's going to be a challenge for everybody, because most of the time we don't actually connect with the emotion that we're feeling. Along the lines of, it's okay to not be okay. If you're not feeling okay, say what you are feeling. Get in tune with what it is that's actually going on in here. That's my challenge. And then number 2, real quick, sorry. I know you only said one.
Good.
Number 2, everybody take out your phones. Make sure you subscribe to the CYR podcast, which is the Clean Your Room podcast.
That is
I had to throw
fire.
that in there. I had to throw that in there.
Promo.
Hey, we talk about emotions. We talk about everything. I interview people. They tell their stories. They talk about their testimonies. So if you don't know how to express yourself, start right there, and you can learn right there.
I already subscribed, y'all. Dude is killing it.
I'm going to be a guest on there soon.
Come on.
I'm
Hey,
excited.
Monday.
Come Monday.
You gonna be up? Okay, hey, we got 1 minute. Let's get it. You two, you're up.
Go. You.
Mine would be to find something that you love, leading back to my other answer, and practice it. See how long you can tune out your cell phones, TV screens, iPads, and just focus on one thing for whether it's 30 minutes, 60 minutes. Just zone out on the one thing that you love doing and practice
Kailey,
it.
take us home.
Okay. I'll say go find a stranger, someone you don't know, and just be nice to them. Have a conversation. Say one nice thing, and I'm sure it'll mean a lot more than you think to them.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
That's true.
Hey, speaking of nice things, y'all put some nice things on them yard signs. Good job.
Yeah, those
Now
are
check
good.
this out. Wait, not yet. Don't clap yet. Your boy has gotten pictures of some of you, not all of you. So if I haven't got a picture with that camera that my wife is holding, on your way out, I'll be standing out in the front. Let's just post up and just boom, take it. Now check this out. The stakes. We have the stakes for your signs. I am not liable if you scratch yourself. Don't scratch yourself. They're a little sharp. Just hold them. You know what I'm saying? Just don't scratch yourself, please. For your own good. You got it. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to hold the stake. They're over, are they over there still? Yeah, they're over here on the side. So one person, whoever has your sign, honestly, should we do it now? Should we do it right now? We'll do it. No, not yet. Do not move. Not yet. Thanks. Thank you. All right, let's close this out. I love you guys. Check this out. If you listen this far into the episode, free shipping code on the website, YLIWL number 26, all caps, YLIWL, your life is worth living, 26. Go get yourself some merch. It's free shipping. It's on you, boy. I'll get it shipped out the second it comes in. Well, I got to get back home first. But then, anyways, love you guys. Peace out. That's all we got.
High five.